I thought I'd share with you all the books I got on and around Christmas. Um, they aren't all presents. Some I've been sent to review if I like them. Um, a couple I bought myself, but mainly they are gifts. Um, okay, so first one. Just getting that focus. Francis Spufford's Golden Hill. This is a historical novel set in when is it set? It is set in 1746 in New York City. It is written in the sort of grand style of novels written in the 18th century. I have started it. I'm going to review it more fully later, but it is startlingly good. Next is Epiphanies, Life-Changing Encounters with Music. This is from London, no, sorry, from Wire magazine. It's just got wonderful short pieces on, lots of interesting musicians have written about these encounters with music on lots of different things. So we have Jonny Greenwood on the musical differences between live and recorded sound. Ian McMillan on his educating his ears. There's Robert Wire on Ray Charles, and more in between, and some very sort of abstruse and esoteric stuff as well. Barry Miles on Experience the Beatles, Group Mind and Studio Smarts firsthand. And then Alan Licht on Eddie Van Halen's guitar pyrotechnics. So yeah, there's that. The 11th Letter by Thomas Tomaszewski. This is from Dodo Inc. If you're interested in ghost stories, psychotherapy, Italy, and murder, this is for you. All in about 250 pages. Quite a feat. The Grand Hotel Abyss, The Lives at the Frankfurt School. Every member of the Frankfurt School intrigues me. And this is written by Stuart Jeffries, who often writes for The Guardian. Yeah, looking forward to that. What is regarded as the most beautifully produced book, Meeting with Remarkable Manuscripts by Christopher de Hamel, which is published by Alan Lane. And essentially, you can see this, it is a history of extraordinary medieval manuscripts. And it is extraordinarily produced. The quality of the printing, you can see just how wonderful the depth of ink on the actual printing is extraordinary. A rather large book, Le Corbusier and the Power of Photography. What's wonderful about this is, even though it talks a lot about Le Corbusier's interest in photography, the second half book is photographs, modern present-day photographs of Le Corbusier buildings. I find I'm probably more moved by architecture than I am any other of the plastic arts, much more so than painting. And then to follow on this, an enormous book on Mies van der Rohe, who is an architect I love deeply. Although I maintain, if you look at the influence of Mies van der Rohe in mid to late 20th century buildings, it's not just his design or his design ethos, it is where the buildings are built. And so you can go to new towns in the UK, towns that have been built since the Second World War, and they can be heavily influenced by Mies van der Rohe, but the kind of the surrounding area can make them look profoundly ugly. So you have to look at them through a lens of architecture rather than place, which seems to me something that rather contradicts the point of architecture. And then we have, we've gone from the largest book to the smallest book, The Last Summer by Pairini. This is apparently a masterpiece from early 20th century Germany. Just by Ricarda Huch. She was a groundbreaking German historian, novelist, and philosopher. As one of the first women to study at the University of Zurich, she received her doctorate in philosophy and history in 1892. She authored numerous works on European history. She also wrote novels, poems, and a play. The Last Summer was first published in 1910. In 1926, she became the first female writer to be admitted to the Prussian Academy of Arts. An asteroid is named in her honour. And I bet most of you have never heard of her, as I hadn't when I received this book. Penultimate, a biography by a Oxford-based historian on Martin Luther by Lyndall Roper, Renegade and Prophet. This will be my last book I read on Martin Luther, because I've read many, but it does feel as though this is definitive, and by not only obviously a very accomplished historian, but also a very good writer. So that's it. I move on after that. And then finally another big biography, and this is on Aaron Copland, subtitled The Life and Work of an Uncommon Man. I love Aaron Copland's music. He didn't, in fact, I'm reading this to find out what else he did right, because actually I don't know a great deal about. I know quite a lot about mid-20th century American music, but actually the amount of Copland I love is actually quite narrow, because I don't really know much more, because he's so recognised for those 2 or 3 great pieces of music. The Appalachian Spring, which I would one day love to conduct. Billy the Kid, Fanfare for a Common Man, etc. Symphony No. 3. But actually, he was around for most of the 20th century. And intersected with much American culture. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's it. We have architecture, novels, biography. I will report back on short videos. My New Year's resolution is to do less than 5 minutes, or fewer than 5 minutes long videos. More of them shorter seems to me wise. But other than that, I wish you a very happy New Year, and may this New Year be, I would say prosperous, but who cares about being prosperous? Maybe fulfilling and full of love.